Okay, I'm back. Got me some crackers to munch on. Let me take one real quick. Anyway, like I said, you know, let's see. I want to finish this game within a month, and I don't know if I I want to finish it before then, but I want to have this finished around the time the order comes out. And I don't know if I can do that, because let's see. Right now I have videos planned into the 22nd. I think, let's see, what's today? Yeah, I have videos to the 22nd, plus 4 videos, that's 26. Then I have, I don't know how many days are each month. I know you can look at your knuckles or something, but yeah, I've recorded 4 in this session, so yeah. So yeah, this is definitely going to be, well, you know, as long as I finish it, I can just overlap the videos when the order comes out. Oh well, not a big a deal. Hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough though. Oh yeah, like I said in a previous video, the way I extend my feelings for a game, fan fictions, and since you already know I'm going for Ren, I'm on her route right now. The fan fiction I was reading was about Hanako and her ending, and it's called Sisterhood. It's 60 chapters long, but the original is like just 18, but there's like a little expansion apparently, and you can listen to music with it. The suggestions on what sounds and melodies go with what scene, it really adds to it. I read it all in like 3 or 4 days. I read it while I was at work, sometimes on my phone, so I didn't have sound sometimes, but it's really powerful, man. And if you like this game, you like fanfiction, you like Hanako's route, it takes place, I think, yeah, it takes place during the game, like some of it does, and then some of it's after the game. So some of it's made up, well, all of it's made up, but you know, it was really good. Anyway, it's already 8:30, but this morning class has not begun yet. We were supposed to have physics, but the teacher is nowhere to be seen. Had I known this beforehand, I would have slept in too. Suddenly, the class door slams open and Mewtwo grunts his morning greeting to us from the doorway. Good morning, everyone. Mewtwo looks like he has not slept at all. The stubble, his messier than normal hair, and the stained dress shirt creates a less than favorable impression. I guess he had fun last night at the festival too. Excuse my being late, I went into unexpected problems. I'm usually not the one for festivals like this, but I hope you all had a good time. After all, these sorts of events are important for you all since they give you a short reprieve from schoolwork. The class replies with various degrees of enthusiasm, and Mewtwo proceeds to take roll and get started. Right then, today's subject is photon particle physics. Before long, I have descended into a comfortable coma-like state along with the rest of the class, letting Mewtwo rambling speeches pass through one ear and exit the other without leaving a trace. Now, who could tell us the solution to this problem? He's written a rather easy equation on the blackboard. Desperately, he tries to get the class to participate. Nobody? Come on, guys. Like, how about you? Unfairly singled out and cornered, I give him an answer. It causes his shaky features to twist into a general smile that would scare little children senseless. Precisely. Good work, Nagai. I'm both disturbed and honored by the fact that he can remember my name, and only 1 week after I transfer here. From what I've seen, Mewtwo has serious trouble remembering the names of anyone else in the class, and most of them have been here since the first year. The room settles into a dreary mood, students and teachers alike trying to get back on track after the festival. I figure last week must have been frantic for everyone. Not a minute too soon, the lunch bell rings. Make way, important business! I don't know who's saying this, I don't know. This has to be Emmy. I turn my head just in time to see other people scatter out the way as someone charges from the far end of the corridor towards the stairway. It's too late to realize that I'm standing in the middle of the corridor directly in the way of the oncoming human projectile. I try to skip back towards the doorway, and unfortunately the person running towards me dodges in the same direction. In the following fraction of a second, several things come to mind in sequence, yet almost simultaneously. First, I recognize that the girl who's on a collision course with me is Emmy, of course. Second, I realize that this feels somehow very natural to be tackled by Emmy once again. I can feel almost comfortable, if not for the reflex of panic and terror. Third, Emmy seems to be carrying a foot-tall stack of papers while running in the hallway. She crashes into me, but at least the impact was a grazing one on my arm this time. Howie, why does this always happen to me? Gee, I wonder, could it possibly have anything to do with you running through the corridor like you were on fire? She whimpers regretfully, looking like a hurt puppy. Sight makes me regret my snappish comment, but very instant emerges from my lips. But I was in a hurry. I can tell. Sorry. Don't worry about it. Amy wails weakly one last time and rubs her forehead as if to expel the ache while her gaze sweeps over the hallway floor. As she notices her neat stack of papers spread all over the floor in one big mess, she lets out a horrified yelp. Ah, the printouts! Oh no! What am I gonna do? Did you give me hell if I got all dirty? They're probably fine. Let's gather them back up, it won't be a problem. We quickly round up the papers and Amy tries to sort the scattered pile in her hands back into the orderly stack it was. Where are you going? Nowhere in particular, I guess. Didn't want to be left alone with Mewtwo in the classroom. I think he has a hangover. Have you eaten lunch? Not yet, but I'm not feeling very hungry anyway. She looks at me incredulously as if doubting my sanity for letting such a thing out of my mouth. You should go to the roof. I promised Ren I would eat lunch with her. I bet she'd like company. Uh-oh. My lunches with Ren have been remarkably unsuccessful. Actually, let me eat. Holy moly! I thought I had 2 crackers left. I have 3 crackers left. Oh, today's a good day. Thank you. I know where this conversation is going, and it's hard not to get drawn along, so I have little choice but to play ball. Okay, I'll pick up some bread or something first. Amy smiles brightly before I say anything further. No, I'll go and deliver these super quick and then go buy lunch for us. And Ren, too, of course. What kind of bread do you like? It's fine, you don't really need to. Don't worry, it's alright, consider it an apology. I'll be back before you know it. Banana nut bread! That's what I'm worried about, don't get into another accident. Amy starts walking down the hall, but since she's still talking to me, she isn't watching where she's going. I won't. Famous last words. She's already jogging down the stairs as she shouts that not so reassuring promise back to me. Sighing quietly, I start plodding away along in a wake. Instead of taking the stairs down, I climb upwards. This area up to the roof is unlit and just as creepy as it was before. Did they actually paint these, or is this like an actual place? I don't know. It looks like it could be real, but it also looks like it could be painted. But anything could be painted, really. The door squeaks weakly in protest as I push it open. Ren is there too, like Amy said, lying on her back at the other end of the pebble-covered rooftop for some reason. You know, I hate pebbles. Like, I hate pebbles, man. I mean, when they're like labeled like this, like all over the air, layered. It's like when you go in bare feet, they hurt your feet. Cause I like going barefooted most times, and even if you're not barefooted in your shoes, it still feels weird. Like there's no support. And when you're on your back, it feels so like no support. So it's like you're always shifting, and I don't mind shifting if it's like sand, but pebbles are like all hard and ugh. Just don't like them. Predicting something unnecessarily strange again, I walk to her as slowly as possible. Hello. She sounds very drowsy as she says that, stretching at the end of the word with a slurred voice, despite that her eyes are wide open. I look down at her, my shadow overlapping her face. What are you doing? Staring at the clouds, duh. Ren raises an eyebrow. I thought you had a heart problem, not an eye problem. Thank you, Ren! What is she doing on her back? Don't answer that. She's staring at clouds. Man, I'm eating, taking all sorts of breaks in the middle of my videos. Gosh, damn, I'm so just laid back. She answers, challenging the rationale of my perfectly valid question without even tilting her head to look at me. Rin's smartest comments are infuriating. The worst thing is that I'm not even sure she's doing it on purpose or not. Alright, then let me rephrase. Why are you laying on your back on the rooftop? Be right back. It was no one. Telemarketer or something, whatever. She gives a lazy shrug and sniffs dismissively. I'm trying to experience. People. Excuse me. I'm trying to experience. People probably don't do this enough. What exactly are you trying to experience here? I can't really tell, but there's probably a reason people don't do whatever. She's playing dodgeball with me again, answering my attempt at small talk with riddles I don't want to puzzle out. But I don't want to ignore her either. Yeah, but the reason is that everyone is too busy with their lives to pay attention to really important things. Like watching the sky. She tears her gaze away from the sky and finally looks straight at me. The penetrating deepness of her eyes once she focuses them on something is startling. You know, if you were a girl, I would be able to see your panties. If I was a girl, I wouldn't come this close to anyone who could try to sneak a peek at my panties. I had that much common sense. I wouldn't either, but sometimes it can't be avoided, like now, for example. To tell you the truth, I don't even want to peek at your panties, though. Underpants are the soul of a girl. You shouldn't peek at someone else's soul, even if you're not a girl. As a guy, I guess I can understand that. To us, there's some sort of half-mythical object that we can't quite comprehend. Yeah, that's exactly how I think about them too. What a coincidence. It really is. So, did you have world history in the morning class? I skipped class. To do this. Well, I'm not actually doing what it looks like I'm doing. Or at least I think that's what I'm doing. It doesn't look like what I look like, but from your perspective... What? Well, I'm not actually doing what it looks like I am doing, or at least I think that's what I'm doing. It doesn't look like what I look like, but from your perspective. Probably. Oh, like what the? I don't. Yeah, I skip class to do this. I guess whatever your reason is as good as any. I don't know. I mean, if you say you blow dudes for coke to skip class, that's not really a good reason as any. I'm just saying, you know. Giving in to the tired feeling in my legs, I sit down on the roof next to Rin. The pebbles are not the most comfortable bed in the world. Thank you! But if she can stand it, then I should be able to as well. What are you waiting for? Try it. I bend my neck backwards to take a look at what she is looking. The silvery blue... This would be some awesome time for some music! But no, okay, fine, they don't. Hey, is it moving? Yeah, oh, it is moving. The silvery blue sky, dotted by herds of cloud sheep, fills my field of vision entirely. While it's pretty, the view is nothing special, even though the weather is fair. I give a shrug, trying my best to imitate the nonchalant manner which Rin seems to have off to perfection, and lie down on my back. The stones poking my back through my thin shirt whenever I shift my weight even a little, forcing me to keep it still as possible. I try to ignore the discomfort in myself instead of concentrating on the vastness over us. Far above the school, clouds drift soundlessly across the dome of the sky. Neither of us have anything more to say, for silence covers the rooftop. The subdued noises of students on their lunch break, cicadas in the trees, and traffic buzzing past the school are humming pleasantly somewhere in the background. Listen, I had a great time yesterday. Did you? Well, to be honest, no. But it was alright. It was probably the longest time I've ever sat in one place without doing anything, which is kind of impressive. I try to make it sound as convincing as possible. Is that impressive? I think it is. I usually do us do anything like that. I think I had a good time too. A cloud passes above us, casting its shadow on the school. A chill surges through me from the sudden change of sunlight to shade. I realize that the school is not in its full bloom quite yet. The only measure of time passing is the slow pace of the clouds moving towards the town. Stray beams of golden sunlight leak through the gaps, blinding me for a moment, whenever they hit me directly in the eyes. The blue of the sky looks so unreachable. This reminds me of the time I spent in the hospital where I was bored out of my mind on a daily basis. Somehow it didn't matter after a while. I learned to appreciate other things besides watching TV and gossiping with people I didn't even like. A comprehensive sensation of calmness spreads from my sight to my other senses, finally hitting my brain. An airplane zooms by, leaving two thin contra... Is that the mail? Nope, I thought it was the mail. Oh, maybe the mailman's near, but... Yeah, seriously, the mail is so inconsistent. Like, it can be here at like 12 in the morning. I mean, not in the morning. It can be here at noon. It can be here at 2. And sometimes it doesn't show up till like 6 o'clock. And I'm like, I wouldn't mind it if it was at 6 o'clock, but can you at least be consistent? Leaving two thin contrails in this way like a pair of chalk lines drawn from one end of the sky to the other. I wonder where it's heading. The low din of its engines carries all the way down to my ears, although it's barely audible over the racket from the quad. It's nice. It's nice, but I don't understand why this is more important than going to class. Man, just shut up! Isn't it good to do something you like? Every once in a while. Of course, but... What are you doing? Did I even do Emmy's voice back there when she hit me? I don't remember. I don't think I did it. Oops. Emmy has snuck up on us without even noticing and is only a step away from me, holding several packages wrapped in plastic film in her arms. She leans forward and peeks over me, overshadowing my face almost exactly the same way I overshadowed Rin before. I wonder how weird this looks, the two of us lying on our backs on the rooftop. That's what I asked too. I'd be more concerned about what you're doing. If I were you, I wouldn't come that close to people who could see your panties. Rin! Emmy's voice is scandalized, but she quickly takes a step back, pressing her hands against the front of her skirt so abruptly that the parcels of bread she was carrying fall. I quickly avert my eyes and glance angrily at Rin. She pretends not to see me. That's always like that, right? Right. Rin scouts at Rin and crouches down to pick up the packages. She wipes the dust off them and skips leisurely around me to Rin's other side where she sits herself down and like, where's my... man, my leg is kind of went numb, frick. Anyway, here's your bread. Sorry it took a while. That's alright, thanks for treating me. I'll pull myself into a sitting position and gratefully accept the bread Emmy is offering like it's the last meal I'll ever eat in my life. All three of us ravenously dig into the simple meal. The bread is surprisingly decent and readily fills my stomach. I follow from the corner of my eye the skill with which Rin handles her bread between her feet. I haven't seen you on the track in a few days. Alright, I figured it was too heavy of a routine for me to start with. So you've been doing something else? I've been considering my options. She frowns but doesn't pursue the issue further, for which I'm thankful. Emmy seems pretty headstrong, and I wouldn't really want to get pestered by her about this on a daily basis. I have enough burdens to bear with Shai and Misha already. We barely finish the lunch before the bell rings, calling us back to our classrooms. Hi, hey Chan! Misha waves at me as soon as I enter and starts talking to me before I even make my way across the classroom. How was your festival? Did you have fun? Still somewhat undecided on that. I'll say probably. Why? Ha 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 ha! Just asking. Her eyes glint in a way that tells me she's not just asking. I can't even start to guess her motives though. As the well-timed entrance of the English teacher prevents us from talking further, Misha falls back to plan B. I was there all day with Shi-chan. We had a lot of fun. Weren't you supposed to be doing work? Don't worry, everything went really well. I don't reply to that, and she leaves me alone after Shai demands her attention. My own attention, on the other hand, is directed out the windows. Now that I look at it from here through the window and the foliage just outside, the sky seems smaller. I catch only small glimpses of blue. Everything else is a clutter of noise right in the middle of my field of vision. What experience did Rin want out of staring at the sky? Surely she's done it before. Everyone has. It's no use trying to guess her mind, but if I don't do that, then I have no excuse for not concentrating on the teacher's words. I look at the scribbles appearing on the blackboard, trying to figure out their meaning with little success. English really is not my favorite subject. We have a strong mutual dislike for each other. Fake hot afternoon light invades the corridor, making the air feel hot and heavy and lazy. My body feels weighed down by it as I drag its 2 doors down the hallway to the art classroom. It feels like I just started. Did I just start? Screw it, I'm gonna take a break. Not really a break, but I just need to see how much space I have on my computer because I don't want to stop midway. And did I even press the recording button? I hope so.